in terms of quality and sourcing. So all of the plants that are used in any of the remedies that are provided by Neteru Apothecary are sourced locally, so either by a local farm or wildcrafted, and they're always recorded, so I know where all of the plants are coming from and where they were grown, how they were harvested. But the real, the deepest intention of this work is that we only work with happy and well-resourced plants. We don't work with bulk suppliers or people that grow in big monoculture crops, because the nutrients are lower in the plants that are provided. And so we really care about happy plants, because happy plants have the strongest medicine, not only physically but energetically. The happy plants are the ones that are more willing to share their medicine, more willing to connect with us, more willing to help us to heal. And so when we work with unhappy plants, that's when we get weak medicine, that's when we're not able to connect, and that's also where adverse reactions can come in as well. People might have an adverse reaction to a plant just because it was a low quality plant that did not actually want to do the work of healing. And if they get that same plant grown somewhere else, they would not have that allergic reaction. Or adverse reaction. I've seen this happen many times, where someone is not actually allergic to something, but in a particular place, with a particular plant, they are. And it's because plants, just like humans, right, they hold consciousness, they hold energy, and they remember things. They remember what happens to them, right? And so when we're not doing our jobs as stewards, and we're not taking care of the earth, and we're not minding the plants, they don't feel like they want to help us. They feel upset. They also have egos, right? They exist in this duality, so they also have egos. And so when plants aren't being cared for and we're not doing our job as stewards, they can sometimes get upset, and they're like, well, why would I help you if you're not going to help me or take care of me? And so there have been many cases where people that are moving in a really extractive way, or just a very mindless way with the plants, sometimes that's when they will get, they'll get rashes, they'll get all of these, they might have another allergic reaction of some type to a plant, but it wouldn't be the same if they had talked to the plant or things like that. So I don't receive plants from bulk suppliers, from Amazon and all of that, because I want to make sure that these are happy plants that I'm working with, and I actually do harvest a lot of the plants that are in these blends. All of the flower essences are flowers that I grew in my garden and had a really close relationship with, and they asked to become medicine for people. So they're very high vibrational medicines, and it's the same with all the products that are in the apothecary. Not all of them I've grown myself, but I do know the people who grew them, so that is very important.